The Outer Limits Pearl is coming from Radical Bowling Technologies on March 21st and features out-of-this-world strength and response, so I think you can believe the clickbait on this one too. I am on the Kegel Chromium Challenge pattern at Royal Crest Lanes in Lawrence, Kansas, where they take great care of us. We always use this pattern for testing because it's a good benchmark pattern. It's not too easy, but it's not too tough, so it really helps us figure out where the balls fit and how they relate and compare to each other. The graph is linked in the description if you want to take a look at the details. My layout information is up on the screen for those that understand, and if you don't know what all the numbers mean or all the core numbers we're going to talk about next, I have a few instructional videos linked in the description that will teach you everything you need to know about cores, core dynamics, and layouts, but I still need to share the details for the more experienced viewers. The Outer Limits Pearl features the wild-looking Outer Limits asymmetric core that comes in at a 2.499, or basically a 250 RG, an 051 differential, and an 015 intermediate differential in 15 pounds, which is virtually identical to 900 Global's Eternity, by the way, and the cover is straight-up HK22 Pearl, and it comes polished out of the box. Again, general recommendation for the shiny stuff is to break the shine a little or use a 3000 or 4000 pad lightly to get rid of the hard shine or gloss, which helps to blend the ball reaction a little and make it less sensitive. This thing doesn't play, and taming it down a bit I think would be the best way to go. While it's similar to the Eternity on paper, it's not similar on the lane. This thing is an effing monster. Very heavy rolling, very chuggy, and it took significant effort and a lot of angle to keep it on the correct side of the head pin. Once I got deep enough on the lane, it was kind of nice, but I don't know how often I'm actually going to be playing Fourth Arrow. A couple comparisons to get you in the right headspace would be Ebonite's original Emerge, very close to it. It's a heavier / earlier rolling Violent Collision, I'll have that comparison later, and is a longer, sharper Ultimate Defender, but it has the same kind of tumbly, slow revving look and shape. A comparison that will jazz up some SPI long-timers is that this feels a ton like a stronger No Rules Pearl. This is one of the heavier rolling balls I've thrown in a while, and again, this is one of those bowling lingo terms that doesn't have some special meaning. Think about something heavy that's rolling. It takes more effort to keep it moving than something lighter does. It looks like it's struggling to keep going or resisting moving. The Outer Limits Pearl looks like it's trying really hard to slow down as soon as I let it go, and you can see that as soon as I let it go, you should instantly be thinking push, 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 or go, 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 meaning that on virtually every shot, it looks like it's not going to hold pocket. This creates an insane amount of mid-lane control. It's not going to just sail down the lane and then not recover. The heavy rolling nature helps the ball hook more by slowing it down. Makes the roll really stable and controllable, and then the balance of it being a shiny pearl keeps it from actually moving too early and adds a good amount of pop on the back end as well. Another little treat here, Angel is the spare master. She's mastered the spares. And the reset button wasn't working on this lane, so she decided to get some spare practice in when I missed, and of course she easily converts a spare no righty will ever shoot at. Moving on, I finally got comfortable around Fourth Arrow. It still kept me honest, but I didn't feel like I had to fling it from here as much. It's a little tricky on the eyes because it looks both clean and sharp, but also pretty early and smooth. I said this on another review, but if you watch specifically looking for a sharp motion on the back end, that's what you see, but if you look for smooth, that's also what you see. Looking at the Violent Collision, these two balls are very similar, however the Violent is the cleaner and sharper ball and not as heavy rolling as the Outer Limits. Very similar strengths. Again, the Violent has the same more tumbly, slower revving patient reaction, plus it's more directional down lane, so it can really go either way you want it to. It can be forward if you get up the back of it, but also very continuous if you get around it. The Outer Limits Pearl is a perfect ball down from the Pure Madness. Same type of overall shape, the OLP is just a little cleaner, weaker, and sharper. Same kind of heavier roll, same kind of lane control, but when the Pure gets a little too early and smooth, this is a great ball down to still stay in the same general shape. I might be crazy for this one, but I actually feel like the Hater's a nice step down from the OLP. Even with surface on the cover, the core wants to be so much easier down the lane that it feels like a step down because the OLP wants to slow down extremely quickly, but the higher RG gets the Hater quite a bit further down the lane before it starts rolling and revving, so especially with a little lane shine or polish, the Hater would be a nice complement. Once again, March 21st is the release date for the Radical Outer Limits Pearl and Radical Conspiracy, along with Hammer's Hammer Effect and Black Pearl Urethane, as well as DV8's Hater and Ebonite's GB5. Down in the description is a link to Bowler's Mart that will get any of the balls featured in this video ordered for you. I do have to note that I do receive a 5% commission on all sales through the links, and of course don't forget my code ROSEALL10 to get 10% off your order at checkout at CoolWick. Thanks for watching, and may the strikes be with you.